and he gave us everything. As we give each other love, don't go and talk about my father. God is not free. When we call on him for mercy, merciful, my friend. And do you believe all he asks of us? Is we give each other love. Thank you.
So on February 14th, 1947, my father, Alfred Maurice Watkins, was born to Theodore and Ida Mae Watkins. Happy Father's Day to Grandfather Theodore. Happy Father's Day to Buck Stevenson as well. And our father is the topic, and I'm going to share some memorable moments. I'm going to share some stories about my father, Alfred Maurice Watkins, born February 14th, 1947. Now, on February 1965, Malcom X house was bombed. My dad was 18 years old when that happened. Then 3 days later, and February 17th, 1965, Malcom X was assassinated. Now, think about this. A male at 18 years old coming from North Carolina to D.C. Those times that Malcom X house was bombed, I know he heard about it. That time that Malcom X was assassinated and the world was in an uproar, and depression and sadness and grief fell upon the black community. He was a part of that. My dad was in those times when that happened. And then 3 months later, Marvin Gaye creates this whole album called What's Going On. And that was released in May 21, 1971, almost towards the end of the Vietnam War. Now think about that. My dad was 18. Through the tragedy of Malcom X home getting burned or bombed, the tragedy of Malcom X getting assassinated, and then still living in a time of Marvin Gaye, who is now singing this prolific protest album before everyone started to talk about it. Marvin Gaye was putting it in words and in songs. And my dad was 24 years old when What's Going On was out. Oh man, I just think about that. Like, What was his mind state of that time, living through those moments of, an uproar in the world, and then Marvin Gaye coming along singing about these things? We'll be right back. Mental Salvation Radio.
Have you been looking for all-natural hair and skin products to use for both yourself and your family? At Royal Keeper Shop, we have all-natural oils, shampoos, conditioners, butters, sprays, face products, and lots more. Visit us at www.royalkeepersproducts.com. See us on Instagram at Royal Keepers Shop. Also, follow our main page if you have locks at locksworld_one love. Thank you. See you soon.
Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Yeah, Father, Father, we don't need to escalate. You see, war is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Oh, picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me with brutality. Talk to me so you can see, oh, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Oh, what's going on? Woo, right on, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo, right on, baby. Right on. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ba-do-ba-do, beep-beep-beep-do. Ba-do-beep-beep-beep-do, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-do. Mother, mother, everybody thinks we're wrong. Oh, but who are they to judge us? Simply 'cause our hair is long. Oh, you know we've got to find a way. Bring some understanding here today. Oh, picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me with brutality. Come on, talk to me so you can see what's going on. Yeah, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on. Woo, 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 woo. Right on, baby. Right on.
So just think about it. Like for 1 second. Just think about it for 1 second. What's going on was given to us by Marvin Gaye on May 21st, 1971. My dad was 24 years old when this album came out. He was 24 years old when this album came out. Now, if you're just now tuning in, I was talking about my dad being born on February 14th, 1947. And on February 14th, 1965, Malcom X's house was bombed. My dad was 18 years old. 3 days later, February 17th, 1965, Malcom X was assassinated. And 3 months later, What's Going On was given to us by Marvin Gaye in 1971, and my dad was 24 years old. Now you think about it. During those times, you had wars going on. You had the Vietnam War going on. You almost had the end of it stopping. My dad is 18, a black man, 18 years old, living in Washington, D.C., trying to figure these things out. In 1974, he's 24 years old, hearing this Marvin Gaye album, What's Going On. Now, he might have been talking to his friends about what's going on, what we going to do, how we going to do it. I don't know. But this is my father, and today is Father's Day on tomorrow, and I wanted to pick him up in this podcast. So 2 years later, within the 8th year of the assassination of Malcom X, I was born 8/10/73. Think about it. This young black man has been watching this stuff on the news and hearing about it. And then he creates, him and my mom